And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. So what I have here is a top sirloin steak. This is beef. Look at this beauty. So I have it out for about 20-25 minutes because I wanted to reach room temperature. I patted dry already, both sides. So what I'm going to show you, for those of you that have not mastered the heat transfer aspects of cooking yet, and you don't want your steak to dry, and salt can do that to steak because of the osmosis process where it drains the water or the liquid from the steak. So what you do is this, you do what is called reverse osmosis. So you want salt because you want your stuff to taste good. The thing about the reverse aspect is that you cannot cook this within the next 10 minutes. You have to let it sit. So that salt, once it absorbs the water from the steak, it reverses after 10 minutes and starts releasing the water back, making it juicy. So once I do the salt part on both sides, I'm going to use some pepper too, by the way. What you're going to do, you're going to leave it out for about 20-30 minutes so that reverse process start taking place. I'm not going to refrigerate it because I want it at room temperature. So that's exactly what you're going to do. Both sides. But you want some salt, you want the stuff to taste good, but you don't want it to drain the liquid, especially if you don't dominate the heat transfer aspect. I can cook it immediately because I'm familiar with the heat transfer. I've been cooking steak for years, many years. So just leave it out after you do this. Save 20-30 minutes so it stays room temperature and the process of reverse osmosis is completed. This is a big one, bigger than my hand, by the way. And this steak I'm going to prepare with my sautéed mushrooms. The steak is so large that I cannot fit in any of my cast iron. So I'm going with my cast iron griddle, top of the stove, because this is how I'm teaching people how to cook in the kitchen. And I'm going to go with some extra virgin olive oil, because you want this baby cooked. I had the thing preheating for about a minute or so. And you want to make sure this baby is hot, okay? So let it heat up for another minute. And I'm going to put on both sides. I have both tops heating up. This baby is super hot. I had a high heat, reduce it to medium high. Here comes the baby. You can see the thing heating up. Look at this giant baby, huh? This is about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. So I'm going to get one side to heat up and cook. Let me do for 5 minutes, maybe 6, and then I'm going to flip it, okay? About 6 minutes later, let me take a look. Isn't that beautiful? Before I flip it, let me do the side. For a few seconds. Get that fat heating, huh? Flip it. Some garlic. This is what I call the aromatics, right? Thyme. Rosemary. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spoon this baby with this fat. And I'm going to do something else. I'm going to get some butter. Just a little bit. Because you're in the griddle, you know, you don't want this thing overflowing. So what I do with the butter, I'm going to put it on top. And I'm going to spoon the oil to melt that butter. This baby is going to be cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes. So move it around, just let it cook, okay? It's time to get it out and put it to rest. Let it rest for about 7-10 minutes. Here they are. Make sure you have that spoon ready. You're going to use the steak, fat, and the oil and the butter to saute this baby on the griddle. It's not going to take you a long time. It's about 3 or 4 minutes.